In the chapter of staffing, we have learned that various aspects are there, or various aspects of staffing are there, which makes the function of a staffing effective. Those were supervision, motivation, leadership, and training. We have already learned in the previous sessions about what is supervision and what are the functions of supervisor, what is motivation, what are the different methods of motivation, what are the theories behind motivation. We have learned about leadership, we have learned about different qualities required for leaders, etc. Now, in this session, we will be learning about what is training. Training is a very important aspect regarding staffing, which makes staffing much more important or staffing much more effective. Now, what is training? Training is nothing. Training is the process of increasing existing skills and knowledge of an employee. An employee, when he is selected for a job, he will be having some knowledge, some skill. So, it is through training, the skills which employee is having and the knowledge which employee is having is made better, so as to make sure that employee is best fitting for the job, or employee is able to do the job effectively. So, it is a method whereby an employee is given a chance to make better his skill, make better his understanding about the particular job. So, it is a process of increasing knowledge and skill of an employee. And through training, what happens is that when the skill of employee increase, when the knowledge of employee increase, automatically it is improving, or it will improve the performance of an employee. Again, it is a job-oriented process. Training, when it is given by an organization, it is in order to make an employee best fit or give better result for a particular job. It is focused on a particular job. It is a job-oriented process. It is related to job. It is related to performance of a job. So, it's a job-oriented process, and it is a short-term process. It is a short-term process. It happens for a short term. This making better is happening for a short time, and the employee has to utilize this increased knowledge, increased skill in the later period. They will be using the knowledge which they have gained. They will be using the skills which they have made better for better performance of the job. So, it is considered as a short-term process which is helping the employee throughout the employee life. As long as he is an employee, the training helps the employee to perform better. So, that is what is the summarized meaning, or that is, in short, we can say this is what is training. Training is basically, in a single sentence, we can say it is increasing existing skills. It's a process which is increasing existing skills of an employee, existing knowledge, increasing existing knowledge of an employee. Now, why should a firm go for training? Is there any benefit a firm is getting when they are giving training to an employee? That is what we are going to see. Benefits to the organization. Benefits to the organization. First one we are saying is that training helps in systematic learning. Training is helping an employee to learn in a orderly manner, not just to do something, try on it, and make mistakes later time. They learn. That can create a lot of trouble. The time can be wasted, money can be wasted, a lot of hit and trial method is avoided. In training, they are being taught how to handle a particular job, how they have to perform a particular job in a very orderly way. One by one, they are being taught how it is to be learned. So, it is always, training is always systematic learning. Training is always systematic learning, and automatically when employee is learning, the job in an orderly way as it is expected to be done, automatically it saves the efforts as well as money. So orderly learning happens through training. Orderly learning, step by step learning is happening through training. So systematic learning helps in reducing wastage of money, time and effort. That is one of the benefit. Another thing is that it enhances employee productivity. When an employee has learned to do a job, as I have said, instead of doing or trying it and making mistakes, then learning from that, there is a lot of wastage and there is a lot of time taken. But when training is being given, automatically employee know how it has to be done, what are the resources it has to be used, and they can give better results, better outputs can be given. So it enhances productivity. For an organization, they can get better output. It enhances employee productivity. Employee will be able to give better output to the organization. Third one is it equips future manager. It equips future manager. When an employee is learning a job, every time they are being taught in such a way, in a situation where somebody is not there, they have to take over, or they are trained in such a way, their skill is developed in such a way in order to take over a position when a person is not there. So automatically when an employee is given training, it is a chance or it is a way through which a person is brought up in order to be replaced, or in such a way that person can be replaced or given higher positions. So many a times when training is given, when proper training is given, we can say that they are developing future managers. Different aspects of a particular job when they are being taught, and when proper understanding of the job is being given to an employee, it helps develop future manager. Increase employee morale. Increase employee morale means when a person knows the job, or when a person is happy with the job, automatically they will feel comfortable with themselves, they will feel satisfied with themselves, they will feel, what to say, a kind of self-esteem will be developed within the organization, and that can reduce absenteeism. And employee turnover can be reduced, because employee morale, employee satisfaction, or employee feeling well about himself, good feeling can be there for an employee. So automatically it is increasing the morale, and so reduces absenteeism and employee turnover. And another one is it helps in obtaining effective response to changing environment. When there is changes happening, for example, years before computerization came, and many of the employees were given training how to handle computers, and they are in better positions now. They are general managers or much more higher position, because they were prepared for meeting the changes, or they got prepared through training for meeting the required changes. So it is equipping the organization to handle changes what is happening. Through training given to the employees, organization benefits in such a way that that organization can withstand the changes happening in the environment. Both the technological as well as economic changes can be handled better when through training. So this is the benefits training is giving to organization. Now at the same time, it is benefiting employees. What are the benefits employees get through training? First one is leads to better career. Now whenever there is an increase in knowledge, whenever there is an increase in understanding, whenever there is an increase in or development in skill, there is a chance always stands for an employee to be taken, to be consumed to the higher position, to be promoted to higher position, or to be consumed by better organizations. So in such a way, when we are thinking, training always helps employee to grow up in their position. They can get a better position, they can get better jobs, they can get a better pay. So if you are looking at the career of employee, there is a development for the career, always leads to a better career for employees. That is one of the benefit employees getting through training. Second one is connected with that, more earnings. When employees well versed with the job, there is all chances they can produce more, their productivity increases. If it is piece rate system, they will be able to produce more, and as a result of that, more money they will get. Even if it is not piece rate system, if an employee is performing better, they can be promoted to better positions, which will benefit them with a better pay. So either the way we are thinking, we can say that employee can get more earnings when he has undergone training. Third one is less prone to accidents. Less prone to accidents because of the reason that employee is given an idea regarding the work and how the work has to be done. So they will do according to what they are being taught. We have already learned systematic learning. They are systematically learning. They know where the accidents can happen, how work can be done without accidents. So they will not be facing much more accidents, or they will not be facing accidents. So in such a way, employee can be sure that they are doing the job in right way, and they can be saved from accidents. Last one is, it increases satisfaction and morale of employees. It increases satisfaction and morale of employee. When an employee is able to do the job in the proper way as it is expected, it increases his motivation. He will feel good about himself. He will feel good about himself. A self-satisfaction, self-reliance, self-believing, all these things happen. They will feel better about. Self-esteem will be there for employees. Employee can have more satisfaction. His self-esteem will be high when they are able to do the job in proper manner, which is happening through training. So it adds on to the satisfaction and morale of employees. So these are the benefits training is giving to employees. So we were seeing what is the meaning of training and what are the benefits training is giving to employees as well as organization.